Hi everyone. Had a question. Did people treat me differently when I wore a wig as opposed to when I didn't? And I just went out in a baseball cap or I used to wear bandanas and things like that. So when I used to go out in bandanas or a baseball cap, I'd get people like move. Oh, sorry. Oh, just get out of your way. Oh, I'm sorry for what you're going through. I had so many people assume that I had cancer. I had definitely had people treat me like I was a bit of a leper. That you might catch whatever she has. I felt very small. I knew everyone was looking at me. I could feel it. You can feel it. So if you're supporting someone with alopecia, uh, people know that you're giving them that pity vibe, and that pity is just something I cannot stand. I cannot stand that pity vibe because it's like, no, this is not how the story ends for me. But I did become very small, very inner, and I could feel people pitying me, and staring at me and getting out of my way and assuming that I had cancer. I remember going into one shop in to get a new bandana for my head because you kind of get sick of the same stuff in the drawer and you want things to match your clothes and whatever. And I remember the lady at the counter, and she would have been in 60s, and she just very, gently handed it across like, I don't know how to deal with you. You've clearly got cancer. So I feel so sorry for all the cancer patients that actually do have cancer, but she just assumed. And I went and tried them on, and like they were very cancer patient. Yeah, and I thought, oh, like I had been wearing like funky things, and I was like, I'm just not ready for this kind of look. And I just said, oh, look, I'm just not ready for this. She goes, I understand, and like I know it is all genuine, and people are doing it out of absolute love of I know that yes, definitely true. When I wore my wig, when I wore my wig, it was very similar to this, except it was awesome and it looked so funky and trendy, and it had like many colors through it. Like people would get out of my way to let me through because I looked so upmarket, modern, fashionable. Definitely like this. Like I'm very scruffy, my day-to-day world, really. No, that's bad negative self-talk. Like I'm much more organic. I've never really been into dyeing my hair and things like that because I actually really like my hair and I love the color of it. So I've always had that happening. But like I was like a movie star when I wore that wig because it was very done. I didn't have to do my hair. I didn't have to do anything on it. I put this wig on and I just became this like an alter ego. And so my confidence lifted because I really liked how I looked in the mirror. Sometimes I get a bit worried because I've got like this thing here that you can see some of the mesh that where the wigs join. But really, like men would look at me, women would look at me. I remember going to a school, um, listening to the kids playing a band at a school band, and I remember the women being really uncomfortable. I'd come into the room and I was sitting there because I'm a really colourful dresser. I do wear colourful a little bit out there clothes. Like I like that, and I'm very colourful. And then just to put this really cool wig on, to be in this tiny regional community that I'm a part of. It's not small enough that everyone knows you, but it's smallish that they don't normally see people with that amazing hair coming in all the time. I could feel the energy of the women like, who is this new person that's in this room? And I thought, even if I look like this, or definitely if I didn't have hair and I was wearing like a cap or something, I would not have had that reaction. So I can feel energy. That is one of my absolute superpowers in this world. I can feel energy, and I felt all the energy. And what actually, it was a really incredible thing that happened throughout the time, and I had been really, really angry about this. Like I'd been very, very, very angry that people judged me for not having hair. Like I was so hurt and I felt so invisible. Like I didn't need men looking at me or anything, but I just needed to be acknowledged in the community from anyone. Like I just felt like I just disappeared. Like, yeah, it was a really, really weird feeling. And I don't know if you've had that, but possibly yes. But it was really all that ultra staring. So it's like invisible or ultra. It was a very strange, time. Um, but I remember having a very big epiphany and going, well, we are very visual people. Humans are very visual. And it's okay. Like, I felt a way of how to forgive people because we are very visual. We are. Like, we are very visual. It's just one of our main senses. We have the five senses plus we have that intuitive feeling sense. And it's just normal. If someone smelt really bad, you'd really notice it. If someone was really, really horribly in their sound, you'd really notice it. So if someone's really deformed in some way or another, you do notice it. It is just part of who we are. And we do like to look at nice things, and that includes nice people, and that is part of human nature. Very, very hard to accept when you have alopecia, but it is a part of it. It is just, I definitely felt the difference between wearing a wig and not wearing a wig. There is a huge difference in the way people treated me. And I was annoying. Like at first, I was like, wow, I wear a wig and I'm treated like royalty. Look at this. People are getting out of my way. And, people are a bit threatened by me. I don't like that because I don't want to be like that. But I found that really like a human experiment. Like, and I'd literally walk in the door, take my wig off at home because I didn't wear it around the house. Mainly because you do get a bit hot and it's poly, it's like synthetic, so I don't want to lean over the stove and it to go up in flames. But if someone was coming over, I'd wear it. Took me a while to get used to all of that, but yeah, no, definitely treated differently with or without a wig. And I'm sorry if you're experiencing this as well, but I hope that you can come back to we are humans. It is human nature. We can't be upset at everyone's reactions at us. Yeah, it sucks. Totally sucks that I would get treated better at a cashier by staff if I had a wig on as opposed to not. I could be wearing exactly the same clothes, but the wig lifted me as a person and I presented a lot better, obviously, because I have hair. So really, 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 really interesting. Yeah, be interested to hear what's happened to you.